She expected you to chase her, to blow up her phone, to break down and beg, but instead, you walked away, calm, quiet, in control. And that's the moment everything shifted, because power isn't loud, it's silent. Most men crumble when a woman pulls away. They go into panic mode, thinking if they don't prove their worth, they'll lose her forever. But not you. You remembered who you are. And that, my friend, is Stoicism in motion. See, Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." You applied that same principle to your actions. You didn't react emotionally. You didn't try to convince her to stay. You simply honored yourself enough to let her go. And that move, right there, is what commands real respect. Because begging tells the world you've lost control. Walking away shows the world you never needed to control anything in the first place. And women feel that. Deeply. They notice when a man is centered, grounded, unshaken by rejection or silence. What most people don't get is that Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about staying calm when everything tempts you to lose your cool. It's not that you didn't care, it's that you cared about something greater. Your peace, your self-worth, your mission. And trust me, walking away like a boss doesn't just make her think twice. It transforms you. Because every time you choose dignity over desperation, you build a stronger version of yourself. One that doesn't beg for love, but inspires it. So if you're in that season right now, if someone thought you'd chase and cry and fall apart, don't. Walk forward. Head high, shoulders back. Because you never lost anything, you just remembered who you are. If this hits home, stick around for part 2. And if you're ready to build unshakable confidence through Stoic wisdom, subscribe to the channel. Your evolution starts here. Here's the truth no one tells you. When you walk away without anger, without drama, without begging, you do something most men can't. You reclaim your power. Not because you're trying to prove anything, but because you've already proven something to yourself. You're not defined by her response. You're not shaken by her silence. Because you're anchored in something deeper, your principles. Epictetus said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." And that's exactly what you did. You let go of what wasn't yours to hold. Her mood, her attention, her choices. They were never yours to control. But your reaction, that's all yours. And you chose strength. That doesn't mean it didn't hurt. Of course it did. But pain doesn't mean weakness. Pain is the fire that tempers a man's soul, if he stands in it without flinching. You could have sent the late-night text. You could have made the dramatic gesture. You could have tried to convince her you're the one. But instead, you did something far more powerful. You stayed silent and let your absence speak volumes. And it does. See, when a man walks away without resentment, he becomes unforgettable. Because that kind of self-control, that kind of inner peace, it's rare. In a world full of noise, your silence becomes a roar. So don't second-guess your decision. Don't let emotions drag you back into a situation that already proved it couldn't honor you. You're not being cold. You're being clear. You're on your path now. And the right people, they don't need to be chased. They walk beside you, not ahead of you, not behind you, with you. So here's your reminder. You didn't lose anything by walking away. You chose yourself. And that's the first step in becoming the man you were born to be. And if you're feeling that shift inside you, if you know it's time to rise up stronger, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started. Now let's talk about what happens after you walk away. At first, it's quiet. No calls, no texts, just you and that voice in your head asking, "Did I do the right thing?" And that's the moment when most guys cave. They mistake silence for failure. But a Stoic man, he sees it differently. Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." So ask yourself, how much time have you wasted chasing people who didn't see your worth? How much energy have you poured into fixing things that never truly honored you? Walking away wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. See, this is the part where real growth begins. Not in the goodbye, but in what comes after. This is where you build. This is where you train. You stop seeking validation and start cultivating value. You hit the gym, not to impress her, but to respect yourself. You read more, think deeper, move with purpose. Not to be noticed, but because you've remembered your mission. You're not here to be chosen. You're here to choose what kind of man you're becoming. And the man you're becoming doesn't need anyone to complete him. He's already whole. Stoicism teaches us that peace isn't found in the arms of another person. It's found within. And once you've tasted that kind of peace, the noise of the world just fades. You stop checking your phone. You stop wondering if she'll come back. Because by then, you've already moved on. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You didn't walk away to punish her. You walked away to protect your standard. And trust me, when you start living like that, people feel it. They notice the glow up, the confidence, the clarity, and sometimes, yeah, they come back. But by then, you've changed. So if you're in the middle of that silence right now, don't fill it. Use it, build in it, let it shape you. And if this message is pushing you to level up, to stop chasing and start building, subscribe. Because the man you're becoming, he's just getting started. Here's the twist no one expects. By the time she realizes what she lost, you're no longer the man she walked away from. You've evolved, you've leveled up, you've outgrown the version of you that would have begged. That's what walking away like a boss does. It forces growth, not because you wanted revenge, but because you finally chose you. A lot of guys think getting her back is the win, but the real win is getting yourself back. Remember what Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." And you did exactly that. You stopped arguing, stopped over-explaining, stopped trying to prove you're worthy. Instead, you became worthy on your own terms. And something powerful happens when a man fully accepts that not everything or everyone is meant to stay. He becomes dangerous, not because he's out for blood, but because nothing controls him anymore. Not rejection, not attention, not approval. You've stepped into that space now. That rare, grounded state where peace matters more than popularity, where purpose matters more than pleasing. You don't walk around bitter, you walk around better, not with a chip on your shoulder, but with clarity in your eyes. Because you now understand, anyone who tries to manipulate you with silence, distance, or drama, they're playing games beneath your level. And sure, maybe she'll circle back. Maybe she'll test the waters, throw out a casual, "Hey," just to see if you're still there. But by then, your silence will be more attractive than anything you could say. Because the man who walks away with grace is the man she remembers, and the man she can't forget. So don't lose that focus. Don't trade your peace for temporary attention. Stay on the path. Keep showing up for you. If this series spoke to something deep in you, it's time to own it. Subscribe to Stoic Think, and let's keep walking this path together. You're not just healing, you're rising. And the man you're becoming, he's built different. So let her wonder. Let her replay it in her head. How you didn't beg, didn't chase, didn't fold. Let her feel the weight of your absence while you rise in silence. Because a man who walks away with dignity doesn't just leave a moment, he leaves a mark. And that's what Stoicism is all about. Not coldness, not arrogance, but calm strength. The kind that doesn't need to prove anything, because it already knows its worth. This isn't just about her, it's about you, your peace, your discipline, your mission. You didn't lose her, you found yourself, and that trade, that's power. So stay focused, stay grounded, and remember this, The man who walks away like a boss doesn't look back. If this message hit something real in you, subscribe to Stoic Think. This is where men like you evolve, not through noise, but through stillness. Let's keep building. Your journey is just beginning.